the 25th of March, 2026. That's the year. 40th anniversary of the Transformers the movie and the 30th anniversary of Beast Wars, and we are live. Oh, did I turn this on? I did turn it on. Look. Yay. Miguel says, thoughts on my answer to your question of the day in the Discord. I'll have to check it real quick. Give me a hot minute. Oh, okay. Hi. Question today. Have Ultraman and Superman switch places for a full year and see what stories we get out of it. Oh, so basically Zack Snyder's Superman, effectively. I mean, that's really what that is. That's what that is. Why is that looking weird? There it is. I like that better. Real time. Hey, you are slowly but surely seeing the evolution of this space. So we've got my 3 zeros now in that top shelf, all my deluxe 3 zeros and MDLXs. And above that is my Star Saber Victory Leo HasLab. I mean, that is, I'm not really, I don't really collect Hasbro Transformers anymore. They're just not really what I'm going for in terms of aesthetic, in terms of shelf presence. But I had to get that. It felt like a great point in the collection. You know what I'm saying? The only HasLabs that I guarantee to support is Vintage Collection Star Wars. I have not missed a single Vintage Collection Star Wars HasLab. It's an obligation. Hey, Arkham! And again, everyone, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe if you're new. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, the Vermin idea. I thought that was pretty nifty. I'm chill with that. I think some of the choices that Bendis made for the Clone Saga is not. I like 90% of what he did, but the Ben Reilly thing just felt like such a throwaway. It was so. It's like, why? Why is Ben Reilly? What was he? He was a CIA agent that was a black guy. Like, what? Why? I mean, just do a clone. Like, just do a clone. Like, really, you know? Anyway. Miguel says, and also see real Superman trying to manage a universe where evil is king. Kind of like what if Superman was in the Snyderverse for a year. I get that. I get it, but it would... That would have to be its own miniseries. Like, you would have to say that this takes place in something else. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, because effectively what you're describing is the absolute universe, except, you know, because evil reigns there. You know, the underdogs are the heroes. So I'd like, you know, Superman being in that situation. But I understand what you're really saying about the prime Earth Superman. But it would have to be concentrated to its own miniseries. Like, you couldn't let that take over the main books, in my opinion. I know what I would do if I was in charge of DC, but, you know, to each their own. Which is funny, because, like, if I was in charge of DC, because, you know, these questions of the days are fun like that, I have way more things that I need to do to get Marvel on track, because Marvel's a mess, because it has some of the worst editors and leadership in the history of the comic book business. But beyond that, like, DC, like, cleanup at DC is really small, because DC's good. They actually like their characters. It's crazy, right? There's really not a lot I would do at DC, except for Tim Drake would be Red X. I would get that story over with. I think I only need 6 issues to do that. 6 issues, like, especially because I like to kind of set on it. But 6 issues to put Tim Drake as Red X and get him back with Stephanie. And we're good to go. You know, if Alfred was still dead, I would resurrect Alfred. I would get the Bat House in order. And I would completely... This might be the most controversial thing. This might be controversial, what I'm about to say. Bruce would not be a billionaire, millionaire, all of his money, everything. Some kind of event, I'd have to give it some thought, but like something would happen where Bruce Wayne, all of his money's gone. Like either he donates, he does some kind of fund, whatever. But like the billionaire Bruce Wayne, for the length of time that I was there, would be no more. That would be completely gone. Probably the most controversial thing I would do, because everything else I'm happy with. Oh, and I would permanently bring back Jonathan Kent as a kid. Um, making Jonathan Kent contemporaries with Damian is a great decision, and then they just aged him up because Bendis is evil. Like, what was Bendis's logic was just so dumb there. Anyway, Miguel says, from what I remember, Ben Riley in 1610 was a colleague of Connor's that found out, oh yeah, the spider blood for Carnage, and then but again, not having read the Clone Saga, I was pretty on point. Yeah, just CIA agent black guy with the name. It's just like, no, like why? I like make it a clone, make it a female clone. I don't care. Make it a woman clone. I don't care. Just like you could have used the name and had some fun with it instead of that. Because in that respect, it really was just a throwaway. Just a nothing. Just absolutely nothing. I don't need that anymore. I'm checking. I've been really busy today, so I figure, you know what? Let's check news on the stream to see if I missed anything. Let's see. Daredevil Born Again is all over the news, rightfully so. Really good. Daredevil Born Again season 2 is the MCU's second best reviewed TV show. What's the first one? What is the first one? What? What? The and it only and so technically, because I'm looking at all the numbers, technically season 1 of Netflix's Daredevil is the best rated Marvel television show in history. I don't know why they're I don't know why any article would ignore that. It just I assume Disney's paying them. Netflix's Daredevil season 1 is the best rated Marvel television show in history. So let's put that into perspective. So if you want to say MCU or Marvel Studios, like technically Disney Plus, I don't know how you want to caveat this, but they're saying the top rated Marvel show is Miss Marvel, but that's not true. That's only true if you remove Netflix's stuff. Anyway, I don't remember the Miss Marvel show at all. Oh, Michael Mando has been cast in Netflix's Mobile Suit Gundam. Don't know who he's playing, but the film begins production next month, and it stars Sydney Sweeney, Noah Centineo, and Jason Clark. I don't know. I'm excited about Michael Mando. I don't. I hope he's not a throwaway. Because I would. He could be the lead in a Gundam film. I assume the lead is going to be Sydney Sweeney, and I just don't give a shit. Where was I? Arkham says yes. DH Jonathan Kent. Thank you. Right. Miguel says I think John is back to being 11. No, it's a weird time travel thing. So I don't know if they're gonna if they're gonna like cop out of it, because Jonathan Kent is an adult. Again, he's called Tomorrow Man right now. I do keep up with DC because I like DC in the main universe, especially because I'm reading Batman right now. But anyway, Jonathan Kent is an adult still as Tomorrow Man, and then there's some timey-wimey shenanigans, and young Jonathan Kent is also back, but I'm worried that it's temporary. I hope it's not. I don't care what kind of bullshit they do, but like young Jonathan Kent needs to be contemporaries with Damian. Fuck you, Bendis. Miguel says, yeah, if he was Vermin, he could have gotten turned into a were-rat by the CIA, test subject. Yeah, I get all that. No, it all makes sense. I still, at that point, he shouldn't be Ben Riley. He shouldn't have been named Ben Riley, period. But that's how I feel. Let's see. Let's see. Lord of the Rings. I posted this as soon as I heard the news. So we already talked about this in the Discord. The Lord of the Rings Shadows of the Past is in development. It is set 14 years after Return of the King. It will see the Hobbits actors return to their roles, and it is being co-written by Stephen Colbert. So awesome. Oh, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone is premiering this year. 8 episodes, so it's going to air for 8 weeks. Premiering this Christmas. I'm going to watch that with my son. I'm 100% going to watch this. I'm going to watch this. Um, let's see. Miguel says, I kind of hope Scorpion won't die in Brand New Day. I don't. He won't. He won't. You don't got to worry about that. Bunch of photos from the Harry Potter trailer. I'm really excited. I'm gonna watch this. I can't wait. Hope it's good. Let's see. Any other news that I missed? Let's see. Miguel says, yeah, I kind of was expecting the Kane clone to have lived and gotten out of there before S.H.I.E.L.D. stepped in and adopted the Ben Riley name like Ben did in 616. Arkham says, I don't think Scorpion's going to die. I hope. Killing of supervillains in live action movies is such a dumb trope. Yeah, I agree. That's one thing I give credit to for so far DC Studios. They know not to waste it. Uh, and did I miss anything else? Masters of the Universe. I can't say I'm too committed to that. DCU. Again, more talk about the new DCU show that's coming starring Jimmy Olsen, which will introduce Gorilla Grodd into live action. Again, all things that we kind of know about. Very much an MCU trope. Yeah, that's true. Anything else? Disney exits controversial. OpenAI deal. Mysterio's not really dead, right? Because I never thought he was. I doubt it. I mean, it's open ended, but also like we're 1 year away from the entire universe resetting, so like nothing fucking matters. Like nothing fucking matters. Um, Jumanji 3 is moving to get away from Doomsday and Dune Part 3. Jumanji 3 will now open on actual Christmas Day. Um, so it will now open afterward. This also, but again, Avengers Doomsday still will not have any IMAX screens. I don't care. That has no effect on me. I don't give a shit. Let's see. Additional photography. Okay. Oh, and the Blockies conference is going on. We've been posting all those toys. See if I missed any of that. Kind of while I was busy. Kind of wish you'd read the Flash run. It's still pretty good. There's only so much time in the day, man. That's just it. Blockies teases, my god, that Transformers Prime Optimus and the Action Edition 2.0 Optimus Prime look fucking amazing. I mean, like they really do. Transformers Prime Optimus, because you know it's like with Beast Wars, and again, this is why I don't really do Hasbro, but like Transformers Prime and Beast Wars benefit so much from just being an action figure and not having kibble and junk and pins and just a bunch of ugly shit. Like, and again, all this is in the Discord, but like, man, like Blockies is knocking it out. And then this, oh, and then they even did the Transformers Bumblebee Optimus Earth Mode Optimus Prime. They're doing that, and he looks amazing. Champion class. I'm not familiar with all the class sizes. I know Champions is slightly bigger. Um, 31st issue of Flash. Robbie, I want you to shut down your website now. People are going to get hurt. Not if you keep saving them, they won't. What's going on? This is so stupid. You have to see that. No, it's profitable. Everyone loves videos. Real life danger plus superheroics in action, and they're dead easy to monetize. Oh, we're actually looking to expand. I'll stop you. I haven't broken any laws, Flash. Now I'm watching a live stream at 10th and 3rd that looks to be moments from going off the rails. Literally. Don't you have someone to save? I assume that's Wally anyway. I'm going to assume this is Wally. Arkham says they can even explain a recast in universe if Gyllenhaal doesn't want to return by saying he underwent plastic surgery. Yeah, they could. Or just wait for the reset. I mean, you can explain everything away, but also, I mean, I get the recasting thing. That's fine, but they didn't do that for Rhodes. They didn't do that for Secretary Ross, Thunderbolt Ross. I mean, they didn't do that. So it doesn't really matter. Like, recast, I mean, people die in real life and they also don't come back, you know, like just things happen. Like that doesn't remove a character. Yeah, it's been Wally since issue 1. Okay, yeah, I figured. Hey, he saves the train. Woo! No woo! No woo! This is not fun and cool. Everyone needs to stop doing this. Where did you even find a working cannon? Oh, well, that's good. Come on, man. You're going to crash into something or someone. And what? For a contest? Contest? What contest? That honestly makes it worse. All right, yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling the vibe here. That's pretty good. This is good. Like, that's good Wally. I like that. Again, I have nothing against these comics. There's only so much time in the day. Like I've said, and I've praised it many times. DC is doing better than Marvel, even in sales. Now, the Energon universe is doing better than all of them. And you know I'm going to brag about that, Mac, because that's impressive that Hasbro's toy line is doing that well. I mean, literally, the entire Star Wars line was canceled at Marvel due to low sales. Star Wars. Meanwhile, we got Transformers over here with G.I. Joe outselling Star Wars. And I say that like just proudly as a fan. Not even a fan of G.I. Joe. I am now because the comics have been good, but I wasn't a fan of G.I. Joe before. I wasn't a fan of Mask. Now I am. Just from the setup and teases. Anyway. Where was I at? 301? Okay, I got a little bit of time left. I had a lot. I feel like my voice is going. I've been working a lot today. And so I feel like my voice might slightly be going. And I fucking forgot to bring a drink back here. So, fuck yeah. Anyway, we're not going to go too much longer because I'm thirsty. And I feel like I'm going to rest my voice a little bit. I'm not sick. I've done a lot of talking and recording and jumping between my business and then other stuff. Absolute Flash. What? How much is it? Oh, I love the art in this. God, that art is so good. Who's the artist on this Absolute Flash? I love it. I want to marry them. This is amazing art. It's so good. What are you listening to? Hey, what is this? It's Count Zero. They're this metalcore band from Vancouver. God, your taste in music is tragic. Or trash. She could have said trash if you're going for this, you know. So we got to talk about your powers or what? What are you talking about? Oh, please. Playing dumb might work with Ralph. He likes to do the whole holding space for your feelings crap, but not me. I saw you, Wally. I have no idea what you think you saw, but dude. Oh, nice. Put that away. There are videos of the whole thing online already if you know where to look. I mean, no one got a good shot of your face except me, but it's out there, trust me. Hey. Press the wrong button. God, what is with you, Linda? Can't you just leave me alone? Get over yourself, and most people don't know what the deal is with the monkey. You know you can be really obnoxious. Yes, I'm aware. So we're going to go somewhere we can actually talk or not. I like both these characters. Okay, you have to promise you won't tell anyone about any of this. I already promised like 4 times, man. Come on and show me already. Here it is. I mean, I like the goggles. I think it's cool. Well, if you think it's cool, then it must be cool, Wallace. TJ! Hey. Haining, the artist for this issue of Absolute Flash. Haining. Nice. Forget it. No, wait, I'm sorry. I was just busting your lightning bolts. Chill. It is pretty cool. So exactly how fast can you go? Nice. I love the art. I really do. That's very good. Whee! That art is beautiful. The shading, the coloring, it's perfect. Anyway, feels really 1610 Pete and MJ. I love them. Yeah, it actually is. Like I really like the vibes. I really do. I legitimately, I really do. It is a great comic. It's great to see Wally. It's always great to see Wally because he's one of my favorite. He is my favorite Flash, and he is in my top 3 DC characters. It's Batman. It's Wally West. Well, it's my mind's idea of Batman, and then it is Wally West, primarily DCAU. But I do like just because the Flash that is the main the Wally in the main DC universe isn't as lighthearted, or at least he wasn't back in the day. I don't know what he's like now. Because again, I don't keep up with literally every single book. I just know on broad strokes where DC's at in terms of its universe, and I know that DC is better than Marvel right now. And of course, I am reading, Matt Fraction's Batman. Oh, and I did pick up Superman Spider-Man today. Yay. And I got the cover I wanted, but the cover, it was a simple cover. I didn't, anyway. But because I have to pick those up. I do have to pick up the Marvel DC crossovers, because the last time Marvel and DC crossed over was like 2002 when I was a kid. Like I was a kid. I was 11, 12. I think it was 2002 the last time Marvel and DC crossed over. So like, you want to talk about nostalgia? You want to talk about a trip? That's a trip. It's just like with Transformers, because Transformers was also at an all-time high at that time. Unfortunately, it was through the company Dreamwave, and Dreamwave ended up, stealing millions of dollars and not paying any of the comic writers or artists. Dreamwave was a really corrupt, dirty company ran by Pat Lee and his brother, and Pat Lee's trying to sneak his way back into Transformers fandom on Twitter, and I'm just like, fuck no, fuck you, Pat Lee. Anyway, I digress only a little bit, just to say, like, Dreamwave Transformers comics was outselling everything back in the day, but they weren't paying their writers or their artists, and they were and they were secretly transferring funds. Thought it was in 03. Like I said, 02, 03. I knew I was close. So I was 12, 13. But yeah, that era like of DC and Marvel and the DC Marvel crossover, because I was reading that, which I think it was only like 4 issues. I read that. Then I was reading Ultimate Spider-Man, and then I was picking up, again, just like I do now, everything that Dreamwave produced for Transformers, because it was Transformers, and it was selling, it was being crazy. And in retrospect, the art is not good when it's done by Pat Lee, and you can see how much the colorist and the inker saves Pat Lee's art. It's also really bad to go back and look over it and just see like Pat Lee only had one expression he could do, just like just this it just one. Anyway, it's bad. It's really bad, and made even worse by the fact that Pat Lee forced other comic artists, like he had a mandate. Oh, if you were going to do a Transformer book, you have to match my style. So it just hurt other artists even more. So there was no personality to it. Whereas Skybound, we're into year 3 of Skybound. I've picked up everything. I haven't missed anything. I love all of it. Like legit, the most fun I've ever had reading comics. I mean, like I loved the era when I was a kid with that first Ultimate Spider-Man run, and then Hush came out, the first Hush. But I tell you, man, like comics haven't been this good, in my opinion, in a long time, and it still has a way to go. You know what I mean? Like comics, the recovery of comics. There's a Comics can recover. Just manga sales prove that. Manga is huge and is growing every single fucking month. People are reading. You can't tell me people aren't reading. The problem is it's just not cohesive, and it's constant, really jarring art changes. I mean, like I said, Marvel canceled their entire Star Wars line due to low sales. Star Wars, okay? Not even Dark Horse. It didn't even get that bad at Dark Horse. Anyway, I don't think Marvel's the right fit. I think it's a shame that Marvel is not the right fit for Star Wars. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. Marvel is not the right fit. They they just aren't. That's just all there is to it. Marvel is not the right fit for Star Wars. Star Wars should go should be under a different comic publisher because Marvel's editorial. It's not the writers and the artists. It's Marvel's editorial that is killing Marvel Comics. Um, let's see. Yeah, I think that's. I'm trying to think. Nothing shocking. I was like, did I miss any? I get. I just it's oh yeah, that art we post. Yeah, we've seen. Yeah, we have that. We have that. That was posted a while ago, TJ. Let's see. Oh, Nintendo is lowering the prices of their digital titles. It will now, the price between physical and digital editions will be different. So that's cool for those of you who don't care how you buy games. Um, I like being physical. Does it say our exact prices in? Digital will be cheaper than physical going forward. Okay, yeah, it literally says it. If $59.99 digitally for a title that is $69.99. There you go. Very straightforward. Awesome, Nintendo. The first one to do it. I wonder if other companies are going to copy Nintendo. Nintendo does what Sony don't, because Sony's a bitch, and all they're doing is closing studios. I'm sorry. Nintendo, give me just a minute. Let me get my phone. I'm calling. I'm calling Mr. Nintendo. Hi, Mr. Nintendo. Are you the first video game company to make digital and physical prices different? Is that you? Were you the first one to do this? You are? Really? That's unbelievable. Do you think Sony's going to copy you like they copy everything else? Yeah, probably. I mean, it's probably going to happen. All right. Okay. I love you too. No, you. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll make the next Legend of Zelda. All right, bye. That was a real phone conversation. Anyway, I've come to realize that how Mark Waid writes Wally ain't really my vibe. I feel Mark Waid is not a bad writer, but I have never really liked his voice for a number of characters. To each their own. And again, I got to be honest with you, and I don't mean this rudely. I think everybody deserves a chance, but it's like Marvel, and Marvel's really, really, really bad at this. DC does it too, but Marvel's really bad at it. We keep cycling through the same writers for the last 30 years. It's just the same writers getting cycled through, moved around. That's bad. Even manga, like we wouldn't have had Chainsaw Man, which I liked the ending of Chainsaw Man shirt. But I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, if you look at how much these mangakai are able to like get themselves in the door and stuff. We don't. I mean, like they just Marvel it's like Marvel really does want to keep people out. I mean, Marvel's it, instead of looking for something new, instead of meeting with people, no, let's bring back Bendis. Let's just keep, what's on the conveyor belt, what's coming back around. That's it. Bendis is not going to sell a book. If he does, bravo, I guess. But Bendis's name is not going to sell a book. It's not. Um, Honestly, I don't really, I have no problem generally with the plot of Mark Waid, but I have not ever been a fan of his dialogue. I got to be honest with you. I've not been a fan of. I'm not a fan of his the way. I'm not a fan of his dialogue at all. It's just not for me. It's like Stan Lee. Like I understand in the '60s, I'm sure. I guess it was fire, but like Stan Lee's dialogue is not good. It isn't. This is not. Um, where and then like look at it comparatively. Chris Claremont, excellent dialogue, really good dialogue. Uh, who else has good? Who else can do good dialogue? Chris Claremont can do good dialogue. Um, Early Bendis, but that's gone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that, but it is. It's gone. Um, Simon Furman. Simon Furman had good dialogue, and he was writing for fucking robots, motherfucker. Fuck you, Marvel. Um, let's see. Daniel Warren Johnson. I liked his dialogue throughout Transformers. I love all of his books. Again, Powerbomb, all of it. Anything he scripts, it's been really good. Uh, and I'm going to exclude manga because if I was including manga would win this very easily. I'm looking around at comics and stuff, just random stuff. Um, um, J.M. Dematis. I've never actually had to say that out loud, like his dialogue. Um, but I mean, like when it's a comic, dialogue's important. One, over explaining, because I can't believe it's 2026 and there's still like people who over explain, and it's just like you don't need, this is awful. This is not how people talk. And I understand people don't like how I talk. That's fair. Fuck you. I had a conversation. Hang on. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I've said this before, but work is very. I'm sorry. Work is easy. Okay. I mean, I can get on and troll. Anyway, um, because I in the watch party for Daredevil last night, I was talking about this, so I can't believe I saw it and I had to reply to it. My biggest complaint about Daredevil Born Again season 2 premiere is the use of its vulgar language and how many times they said fuck. It is so unrealistic, and I thought it was absolutely inappropriate and uncalled for. It was excessive and unnecessary. You're such a fucking cunt. Just you're just such a fucking cunt. Hold on, there's additional breaking news. Blockies is doing Pokemon trainers next. I'm going to have to buy red. If they do more than red, oh my god. You son of a bitch. No, it's not. You got me excited. This is Blocky's. Okay. One. Blocky's had a custom competition, which is really cool. And in their competition, the one that won was a custom trainer red with a custom Mega Charizard X. Really awesome, but that's a custom. That's not real. And Blocky's conference has the winner on display, and it is confusing people real bad. Motherfucker. Got me excited. Anything else? That is such a manipulative fucking headline. Nintendo will charge more for physical games. They're charging the same price as they've always been, you stupid fucks. I love how Nintendo gets like everybody goes after Nintendo and it's like the only legitimate company that does everything it can to not use child labor. I mean, it has the fewest layoffs. What is Nintendo doing wrong to these people? It's fucking weird. Okay, where was I? Miguel says, "Oh, you're gonna love how Absolute Bruce talks. He kind of has a similar way of speaking as your Bruce." Oh, right on. I vibe with that. Right on. Okay. Yes, I did buy the mask. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry, and I've been working all day. So we're wrapping up. We are wrapping up. I'm gonna be on Fortnite though. I'm gonna chill on Fortnite for a little bit. Like it, sub to it, share it, the Holy Trinity, and then leave a comment after the fact. Videos every day, 9 a.m. Central Time. We're working overtime, motherfucker. That's it. I think that does us good. That does us good. Oh, and then we're gonna have reviews on TikTok for Superman, Spider-Man, and Void Rivals. The Void Rivals though will also be up on this channel because it's Energon Universe. It counts. It is true. I'm always thirsty. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. All right. Till all are one.